Right, I'm gonna try and keep this short and sweet because the last video I just recorded, one, it didn't record my fucking voice, for the love of God, and two, it was 21 minutes long, which is a bit long. I mean, it's like watching an episode of My Little Pony or whatever, so it's a bit too long. Basically, I wanted to talk about bullying and how I was bullied in my lifetime, or my school years that is, and how it affects me today, and how I dealt with it, or how I didn't deal with it, and how I am kind of getting bullied still, and I'm 23 years old. You'll have to excuse me, no makeup, due to the and I look terrible, due to the fact that my sister's got my makeup. Hater, I'm joking. As you can see, I've got a change of scenery in the background. That is because I've just moved into a 2-bedroom house. Hang on, I've got didgeridoo. That's a real didgeridoo, people. Hell yeah. Anyway, my bullying. Oh, I tapped the microphone. Started when I was in primary school. I can remember it being probably year 5. I don't know if I got bullied before then, but it was year 5 when I remember it starting. And it wasn't as bad as first, maybe because I was naive or because I can't remember it. But I could tell that people didn't want to hang around me. I wasn't normal. I wasn't a normal teenage girl or primary school girl. I didn't like Barbies. If someone bought me a Barbie, my mum seems to have this obsession that I like Barbies, but I didn't. I don't know. I just didn't really like them. I used to cut their head off, or take their head off, cut their hair, whatever. But I didn't tell my mum that because she liked buying me Barbies and it made her life a bit easier. So yeah. But yeah, that was year 5. Not much really happened that I can remember. Just people didn't want to hang around with me. Year 7 or no, year 7 came along. No, 6, sorry. And my hair was very big, more bigger than it is today. I mean, today I've damaged it. And nowadays I've damaged it. I bleached it and dyed it after giving birth, which isn't the most wise decision. Excuse me. Because yeah, after giving birth, you kind of naturally lose your hair anyway. So I kind of just doubled or tripled the effects, as you might say. But anyway, my hair was out here. It was like a massive afro. And people used to say it was greasy all the time, and it wasn't. They used to say, oh, how many... It's really stupid because now I'm like, that's not normal. People used to say, oh, how many times a week do you wash your hair? And I was like, well, I wash it every, couple of days, like, give it day 3 and I wash my hair, or I wash my hair at day 4, whatever. And they were like, oh, do you? Oh, I wash my hair every day. Which I know now is bad for you. So whether they were lying or not, or just trying to make me feel bad, who knows. But anyway. But yeah, I was year 7. I didn't really have any friends. I had met this girl called Louisa halfway through my year. She was really nice. We used to hang out a bit. But I didn't really hang out with many people in school. I mean, I used to go in her house sometimes, and that was alright. That was cool. But I used to hang around more with my neighbours at that point. But even then, we hang around first. That was all good and stuff, and then a couple of, I don't know when it was, a couple of months, a couple of years, I don't know, I can't remember dates and stuff. I used to go in the house for sleepovers. That was the most girly thing I did, really. And that kind of ended because I was kind of shoved to one side. I probably didn't mean it, but I was just shoved to one side. I kind of got the feeling they thought I was weird, or, because I wasn't into girly stuff like they were, like makeup or, I don't know, Spice Girls. I wasn't really into all that. And then came to high school, or secondary school, my first year. My dad's dad, so my granddad, was a high school teacher. So my dad grew up, well, he was in an all boys school anyway. My dad grew up, smart appearance is everything. So he wanted, naturally he wanted me to be smart. So I had my I had my shirt tucked into my trousers. I never wore a skirt. I had my tie all the way up, the correct number of stripes showing, my top button done up, which I did admit I did hate, and I did undo it. And I did untuck my shirt after a while, but I didn't. I naturally was smart for the first month or first couple of weeks, I can't remember, and I got bullied for that because I was smart. Because I was unusual, I was weird, I was the odd one out. Um, I remember buying a sports bag because everyone called me poor, so I bought a Nike sports bag. I didn't really like it. I just thought, hey, it's practical, it's a brand, maybe people will stop thinking I'm poor, whatever. Nope, still got called poor. Got called ugly, got called fat, mostly by boys. And that's where most of my insecurities come, because we would normally have to sit alphabetical order, and yeah, sorry. And I'd get remarks like it was. I know it sounds weird, but it was sarcastic ways, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. Like, oh, you're really fit. Oh, I bet you're like, I don't know, like, oh, but you go out of me. But while they're laughing, while they're doing it, if that makes sense, like it's sarcastic, and I don't mean it, and really they think I'm ugly and whatever, and that really hit me deep down. I don't think my dad knows how much I was affected by bullying in school. I don't think he knew that I got bullied, to be honest. Um, but yeah, it was really hurtful, and some girls did stick up for me after a while. They told me to leave. They told the boys to leave me alone, and obviously the boys just laughed it off and whatever. I'm thinking that it meant no harm, but really it did. I mean, some of the boys in high school that bullied me still on Facebook or whatever. Like, oh, you're still fat and ugly. Nothing will change. You're just a fucking weirdo and stuff like that. But yeah, I've lost myself now. What was I talking about? Oh, I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, that's it, yeah. So I got called ugly and fat and whatever, and I used to sit at the front of the class if we did get to choose where we sat, because I felt like the teacher would protect me. Like, I felt like not only could the teacher teach me stuff that because I loved learning. Not only could the teacher teach me, but protect me as well from people that were taking the piss out of me. Because even though I know they would never hit me, because I was a girl and stuff, I still had that fear factor in me. Like, one of these days they're gonna, I don't know, hit me. I mean, I did get hit once because I got hit on the head with a school dinner tray because I called someone Matt instead of Mats. But yeah, that really hurt. But I never really got anything really bad, like punched to the face or nothing, but I still had that fear factor. So yeah, that went out throughout 7, 8, and well, pretty much throughout all school. So non-stop I got bullied. But in year 9, I met Amber, my best friend, who is my best friend still now today. And if it wasn't for her, I don't know how I would have dealt with it. I don't know if I would have been able to cope. I don't know if I'd still be here. I don't know. Um, it was very difficult until I met her, and then she made it bearable. It still hurt, of course it still hurt, because it was still going on, and it does upset me. And when I mean, I'm talking about it now, and it's still upsetting me. I'm nearly in tears, to be honest, but I'm trying to hold it together. Um, but yeah, she made it bearable. If it wasn't for her, like I said, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go around our house and everything, would talk about stuff, talk about our problems, because she got bullied as much as I did. She was known as the goth of the school, and she introduced me to these rock metal bands like Linkin Park and stuff like that, and I mean, I didn't really listen to much music until Amber, and I loved the music that she introduced me to because it had so much meaning to the words. That's why I only really like songs, unless they're really catchy, of course, like Gangnam Style. I only really like songs with meaning in them. That's why I don't like a lot of pop songs nowadays, like Whistle by Flo Rida. That's about blowjobs. I don't give a shit, to be honest, about fucking blowjobs and whatever. But yeah. And I mean, another thing that made me, I mean, girls didn't really bully me much. Okay, it was just, there was a few girls that, caused a few problems and whatever. But the only time the girls really put my confidence down and made me insecure was when I was one of the girls that no matter where I went, if I had a sleepover or I was sleeping in a room, whether it was a France trip or it was a trip to, I mean, I went on this is a case, you know, I was always having makeovers, like, oh, come and have a makeover, come and have a makeover, as if I was ugly, which made me think that even more that I was ugly, because it started at a young age with my neighbours, but that was fine, because, you know, it was the thing to do when you were a little girl, and then it got to high school, got offered another makeover, and I was like, no, no, I'm fine, and then I went to a trip for a U project thing. It was it wasn't like Duke of Edinburgh, but it was kind of like that kind of thing. But it wasn't. You didn't get a certificate out of it or anything. Um, and I stayed in the girls' room, obviously, because all girls were together and all boys were together. And they pressurised me into doing a makeup, and it was horrible. I fucking hated it because it made me feel so insecure, and it was horrible. Sorry. And I remember they put lipstick on me, they put blush on me, they put loads of makeup on me because I didn't wear makeup. The only makeup I really wore in school was eyeliner because I like that type of stuff. And they put lipstick on me, they straightened my hair, and I think they even cut my hair. I can't even remember. No, I think I did have short hair that time anyway. Um, but I don't know if they meant it on purpose, but it made me look worse because they made me look like one of the only way is Essex flags basically. There was no fake tan, but they put bright like pink lipstick on me, dark eyeshadow. It was horrible. I've got a picture of it I think somewhere where I did, and it was not nice at all, and it was the most horrible experience ever. And they probably meant nothing by it. I don't know if they meant something by it. I don't know, but it was horrible because I felt like, well, boys are saying that I'm ugly, and now I'm always getting offered makeovers. Am I really that disgusting? Am I really that ugly? Do I really need all this makeup on me to make me look pretty? Do I? Because, you know, it feels that way. Um, and that's why, to be honest, if I do, I mean, I don't wear that much makeup now. If I do, it's because I'm scared that I'm going to see someone that bullied me from school, and I want them to think, oh look, you know, she's changed, she looks kind of nice now. And that's the only reason, because for some reason, I don't know if it's anyone else, every time I go out, I look my worst because I've either got a cold or it was last minute going out and I basically look a mess. I see someone from school I know. Every time. It's so annoying. I swear, it's like sod's law. Oh, it's annoying. But anyway, so secondary school ended. It ended on good terms because of Amber was there. Um, and I went to college thinking, oh, college is here. It's fine. Everything's over. Amber's doing a different course, but she's still here. Everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be life and dandy. I'm gonna love it. And I did love it because I love learning, obviously. Um, and then all of a sudden, go out of college, you have to go past a pub to get to the high street on your break or if you're going home. It was a nice sunny day, so there were people at the pub sitting outside. Just these people normally drinking, walk past them. Look at that ugly fat girl. God, she's never going to have a boyfriend. Turn around, they're looking straight at me. So you can imagine I had to deal with people in my school at the same age bullying me. You know, I had these strangers that I don't even know that were older than me calling me fat and ugly, and then people wonder why I have self-esteem issues. Um, but yeah, so that was really hard to take in, and I swallowed it all in, kept it in, just trying to push it all down, try not to think anything of it, just trying to get on with life. But obviously that wasn't the first thing. That was the only incident or first incident I've had where someone's out and said it, like shouted it almost. Maybe because I didn't know the own voice of the their own volume of their own voice or whatever. Um, but obviously I still had the comments in Southend High Street saying, "Oh God, look at her!" Like, you know when you walk past someone and they think that they can't hear you, or they think that you can't hear them. Sorry, but you can. I could all the time. I've got really good hearing. Funny enough. Um, and I've always heard someone slagging me off or whatever. Um, so yeah, and that was horrible. You know, you think you go to college, you think you're safe from it all, you think you've left it in the past, and then it comes back again. And that's why I wanted to talk about this bullying. I mean, because the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I actually had a most recent uh, comment thrown at me that was nasty. I mean, I'm 23 now, 24 this year. Oh God, I'm getting old. And you think it would have stopped? Nope. Went to Asda, my local supermarket, with my fiance Jake. Had my furry hat on, you know, because it was quite cold. And, you know, the one with the ears on and everything, and it looks quite cute and whatever. Went out in that. Girls at the ATM with their mother while Jake's trying to get money out from the other ATM. Oh, look how stupid that girl looks with that hat on. She looks so ugly and stupid. And her mum's like, who? Her. Looked at the mum because I knew she was going to turn right back at me. And she did. And she felt really awkward. No, I fought back and, well, I didn't fight back as such, but I made a comment back saying, oh, at least I'm still not living with my mum. And, you know, I shouldn't have done that. I should have been a better person or whatever. But when you've been dealing with it for so long, you get so sick and tired of it, and you just want to, you feel that maybe, hey, maybe if I stand up for myself, maybe it will go away. But it never does. It never truly goes away. So yeah, I'm just here saying that if you get bullied, it's okay. I'm here for you. If you want to inbox me, feel free. Because sometimes you just need someone to listen, or you just need to rant, because you need to get it out of your chest. Otherwise, it's going to destroy you within. Like, it's going to consume you. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I did self-harm in my past. I'm not doing it anymore, obviously. I only did it. I didn't do it for very long, but it was the way that I dealt with it. Everyone's like, oh, you do it for attention and stuff like that, or you do it because you like the pain. No, I didn't. I felt invisible. I did it so I could see myself. It sounds really stupid and emo and whatever. I did it so I could see that blood was coming out, so that I knew that I was real, and that I wasn't a figment of everyone's imagination, and that I was human, basically. And that went on for about a year maybe, but that was it, maybe a bit more. But I stopped that at the age of 17, started it around 16 maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, if you feel like you're heading into that direction, just inbox me and I'll try and give you the best advice I can. I can't say that I'm going to make it better. I'm not going to say that I promise that I'll make it stop, but I'll make it bearable like my best friend did. Because if I didn't have her, I don't know what I would have done. Seriously. She has given me so much advice, and like even when we weren't talking to each other, I'd phone her up because I'd have no one else to turn to, and she'd be there for me, and we'd talk it out like mature adults. And so yeah, that's it really. By the way, I'm coming up to 19 minutes, so I only cut it by about 2 minutes. But it was a lot to talk about, so yeah. My next video hopefully will be up soon. It's going to be talking about me moving, because I did record me moving, kind of. So hopefully, yeah. I'll edit that for you, and you know, you'll see it and everything. I'll give you a tour around the house and whatnot. But yeah, that's it really. So, I will see you later. Bye bye.